Hi guys, welcome back. I hate when I say that. Hello. I haven't made a YouTube video in like 8 months. I think my last, I almost said music video. Cut. My last YouTube video was about Muse Inc., the tattoo festival, the convention, expo, whatever. And that was in like February of this year. It's been like 8 months since I made a YouTube video, and that's a really long time. So I'm way overdue, and I thought that I would make a new one. So today's video is going to be about my tattoos. If you're interested and you want to learn about my tattoos, my artwork, what they are, maybe what they mean, who does them, where I got them done at, where they're located, you know, then keep watching. This is going to be a two-part video, and this is part one. And part one, we're going to talk about my sleeve because it's a lot to talk about. Doesn't it look like it? Yeah. Okay, so anyways, I got my very first tattoo, we'll start there, when I was 19. This girl right here is the very first tattoo I ever got. You know, I think I'm going to try and find like old pictures from like when I just had this, because this was my first tattoo. Some random guy in Fullerton did this. I actually don't really want to talk about him because he was kind of rude. His work was okay. He did an okay job. I actually get the most compliments on this girl, and I don't even really... I'm gonna get closer so you guys can see it. This is kind of like my least favorite tattoo. It's this girl. She has like a face and hair, and this is her arm and her own tattoo sleeve, and this is her boob. She has a bra on now. So when I first got this done, she didn't have a bra. It was just her boob. And this was also like really light and kind of didn't look that good. And she's always had this cigarette, which I don't really like. I regret getting the cigarette in her mouth. But, you know, look at her hair, is pretty. And this is like pink around her. And then there was like a little bit of like yellow over here too. And then goes like pink again. But anyways, people ask if that's me. It's not me. Maybe it looks like me, but it's not me. It's actually a picture of a Brian Viveros painting that I'll also try and find the original artwork. And I really like the painting that he did, and I like all his artwork actually. And everyone I'm talking about in this video, I'm gonna link them in the description box, so if you're interested in like checking out their artwork or their tattoos or whatever, you can go look them up. But anyways, originally this was a Brian Viveros painting that I really liked, and we kind of like changed it a little bit so we could tattoo it on me and so it would flow on my skin. And since then we've changed it a little bit, my new tattoo artist, because I didn't want her to just have like a boob anymore, so we put a lacy bra on her. We put a lacy bra on her boob, and we darkened this. It says love and pain. People always go like, oh, does that say love is pain? And no, it says love and pain. And that one, like all my tattoos don't really have a meaning, but if any of them do, this is one of them. So I have a 6-year-old daughter and she has a dad. He has love and pain like tattooed on the back of his arms. And instead of like getting his name, I got something that resembled him in my life because he's always going to be a part of my life. We have a daughter together. I know we're not together anymore, but we do share a human. So this kind of represents him, love and pain, and also because we went through a lot of love and pain. But it means something to me. So like obviously you could never guess that, but I know what it means, and that's all that matters. So that's the meaning of this. And this girl, she kind of just, you know, she's like an F you attitude look to her, and she's kind of like a badass, you know, but she's still pretty. So that's why I liked her. And then moving on, I have this rose, and I think this was actually my second tattoo ever. This rose right here on my like collarbone, which is really pretty. Franco Vescovi did that. Franco has done almost all of my artwork on my arm. So next, let's see, I have this. I wish I could like get upside down and show you, but this, oh my god, this is so awkward. I'm so sorry. So I how do I even, oh maybe I can stand up and like turn my arm around. Just bear with me guys. So I have this. This is on the inside of my arm. I'm sorry that I look really awkward right now, but look at her hands, they're so pretty, and her face. And then let me turn this way. Oh, that's better, kind of, but the lighting's not very good on this side. So anyways, this one, this is on the inside of my arm right here. It is a Mouse Lopez piece. This one doesn't really have any meaning. I don't know Mouse Lopez personally, but Franco does, and I was at his shop one day and he was like, had this stencil and he was like, hey, you want to tattoo this on you? And I was like, yeah, that's freaking awesome. Let's slap it on there. So we slapped it on there and he tattooed it, and it's freaking one of my favorite pieces. I actually wish this was like here and that this girl was like on someone else. Okay, and then what else did we do? Oh yeah, so originally I thought that I was just gonna like stop my tattoo here. So I think we had this rose and then this girl and then this girl, and that was it, and it was like this. And I was just gonna do a like half sleeve, I guess. But then I was like, the more tattoos I got, the more committed, and like I was like, at that time I just had this rose and then, you know, just this upper part of my arm. And then I think I came in one day for Franco to like do a touch up, or I don't even know. And he was like, hey, you want to do more? And I was like, yeah, let's do more. So we ended up taking it down even farther. And let's see, we did this rose, and then this eye right here, this pretty eye, which is actually my eye. It's my eye on my arm. Franco was like, let's tattoo your eye on you because you have a cool eye. So that's my eyeball. And then we did another rose because Franco's roses are the best. And then we put this on there, and this is really cool. There's all this drapery and these wings. So originally this is a statue, and I think it's a Bernini statue, and it's of the Mary Magdalene. This is kind of like Franco's style, this like Renaissance art, and he's amazing. Like look at that. It's just so good. So originally it doesn't have the wings, but we added the wings to it for the sake of the tattoo, and we slapped it on there and we did it. It doesn't really have a meaning. Some people think that your tattoos all have to have like a meaning and a purpose, but I don't think so. I think if you think something looks cool and you just want it because it looks cool, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So that's kind of like, yeah, you know. And so yeah, I have that, and then also just some like filler, some like clouds and some swirly smoke clouds, whatever, and then some like negative space, which is cool here. Oh yes, and then this praying hands. Franco did the praying hands too. That was kind of random too. So yeah, okay, so the praying hands right here, see that? My praying hands. I also feel like it's kind of a cliche tattoo, but I like my praying hands, and I like to be in the praying hands club. No, it was another one of those things that like we were like, what should we put in that spot, because it was kind of a weird spot and we didn't really know what to put there, and that just fit the best and it looked really cool. I like it. And then after the praying hands, oh, we put this little, it's a little cherub, a cute little cherub angel right on my elbow. So anyways, yeah, my cherub angel. This is actually one of my newer ones. And then okay, so see how these clouds are like here all the way around my wrist? So once I did all this, I was like, okay, let's just like keep it there, like a little bit more than 3/4 sleeve, because I was like afraid to go all the way to the wrist. And once again, I was at Franco's like getting a touch up somewhere on my arm or finishing something, and he was like, hey, you want to do more? And I was like, yeah. So we took it down even further. Or no, he was just like messing around. I went in there and he was just like, let's just see what it would look like if I wrote Zoe. And Zoe is my daughter's name, so obviously this piece has meaning to me. And he, with Sharpie, just real quick, like drew Zoe in cursive. And then I went home and I was like, hey, this is so dope. Like, can we tattoo it next time? And he was like, yeah, totally. So then, you know, I committed to the going down to the wrist, and I committed to a full sleeve. And the next time that I went in, we did this Zoe. Let me get closer. So we put Zoe on my wrist. in like beveled letters. And then we added some more filler, clouds, whatever, to kind of just tie everything in. And then I had this empty spot right here on my wrist. And Franco was like, let's put this thing here. This Sacred Heart. It's like, it's supposed to be like a metal, it has a name and I totally forgot what it's called, but it's like a Sacred Heart, but it's like metal. Damn, I wish I knew what it was called. If Franco ever watches this, sorry, I forgot what it's called. But anyways, that's what we put right here on my wrist. And then I also have this little E right here. And Norm Love Letters did this little E on my wrist. It's actually one of my favorite tattoos. I don't know why. It's just like a cute little E. It has two meanings, but I'm only going to tell you the second meaning. And my mom's name is Elizabeth, and her name starts with an E. And so that's why I have an E on my wrist. Oh, and then also Norm did, because, so I had this rose here, and then I didn't have anything over here, and I just felt like I needed something. So I had Norm one day, because we were dating, so it was kind of fun to date a tattoo artist, and I was like, hey babe, can you just tattoo something on me today? And he loves tattooing, so he was like, yeah, of course, what do you want? So that was kind of fun. So one day we were at his shop and he drew this rose back here and he tattooed it. So we put some like negative space and the stem, and then some leaves and this little rose right behind my girl, like on my back. And then I still want to put something like right here. I'm sure Franco will finish that off. That's kind of new. I got that like the beginning of this year. And then my last tattoo, my latest tattoo, my newest tattoo, whatever, is my Armpit Rose. And actually, I think this one's my favorite because it hurt and it looks cool. Like, who has a rose in their armpit? Actually, I know a lot of people that have a rose in their armpit, but now I'm part of the club and that's my favorite tattoo. Obviously, we still have to do these leaves and then probably like some more smoke or something, but that'll kind of just like finish my sleeve and tie everything all together, and it looks cool. So that's kind of like the story behind my sleeve. Those are the people who've done the artwork on my arm. I'll list their information, their studios, everything in the description box. So Franco Vescovi has done most of my artwork. He's an amazing tattoo artist. He's located in Lake Forest, California at the Vatican. It's his studio and it's an awesome shop, and he's actually a really good friend of mine. I'm proud to have his artwork on my body. This is also one of his paintings back there. I'm lucky to have that. And then Norm Love Letters, has his tattoo shop in LA called Love Letters, and it's also a super dope tattoo shop. If you're ever in LA, you should go check it out. It's on La Brea, and he's done, you know, a couple of the tattoos on my arm, and then that guy in Fullerton did my very first tattoo ever, which also I forgot to mention is pretty big for like your first tattoo. But I was kind of like a go big or go home type of girl. Like, I was gonna do it all or nothing. I didn't want no wimpy butterfly on my freaking tramp stamp, whatever. So those are all my tattoos. I hope that this video wasn't too painful to watch, and I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing my tattoo stories and seeing all my artwork. I hope that it wasn't too awkward to like move around and show you all of it, because it was kind of hard, but I had fun talking about it. And if you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. And then also, like I said, this is a two-part video, so stay tuned if you want to see where my 7 hidden tattoos are located, because that'll be fun. I have 7 more tattoos. They're all in hidden spots, and I'm gonna talk about those in a second part 2 video. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And then all my social media handles and then a couple coupon codes that I have for you guys are located in the description box, as well as some details from this video today. And go check that out, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys. Mwah.